2K pregame show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and everybody knows the guy next to me, the monstrous Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Phoenix Suns going up against the San Antonio Spurs. You take a look at the Spurs. This is a team they played pretty well against last season, going 3-1. They'll look to keep that edge tonight. One of the things when you looked at the playoffs of 2014, Shaq, was the depth that San Antonio had. What a bench. How good is that second unit?
They have the deepest bench in the league.
And now introducing your Phoenix Suns. Man in the middle, standing 6'11", number 22, Miles Plumlee. A 6'10" forward from Kansas.
Greetings, everyone. Hope you're all enjoying this. Happy Halloween. It's a special October 31st matchup in the NBA here on 2K Sports. This Arizona crowd ready to roar in this Western Conference matchup for the Phoenix Suns. And this game, the first chance they've had to see the San Antonio Spurs. They could only manage a single win in 4 tries against these guys last year.
Well, these are a pair of conference rivals that are going to be very familiar with each other by the end of the season. You know, this is just the first of 4 games they'll see each other.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court right now for the Spurs. Green teams with Leonard on the wings. Down low, it's Duncan and Splitter, and it's Parker in at the point. On defense, Phoenix. Starting out this series, Clark, they're just, getting a feel for each other, feeling out this year's roster.
That's exactly right, Kevin. You know, in the early season, you do a little scouting. This is where you get your bearings and kind of figure out what you need to do to beat those guys. I love these rivalries.
Here's Plumlee, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Plumlee's got his first basket.
Can't pass up that kind of look.
And here is Parker. A 17-point game for him in the win against Dallas.
And he was so good defensively, anticipating every pass. He had a ton of steals in that game.
Here is Splitter. Parker outside. Leonard on the wing. From the arc. Count that one. Leonard's got himself on the board with 3 there.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
The Suns have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And the wide open shot from Green. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Duncan outside. Green kicks to Leonard. Clock at 6. Back to Green. Leonard on the wing. Shoots from the baseline, and the shot is good. Leonard's got 5 points so far.
Well, Kawhi Leonard last season, upping his scoring and rebounding rates. He shot over 50% from the field, which is excellent for a perimeter play.
Plumlee, no luck. Now Parker. Into Tim Duncan. And the shot is good. Duncan's got his first basket of the night. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
I got to find something, you're right.
How about that? Gets it off right in the face of the big fella. Quick release.
And operating on the perimeter like that negates some of the height disadvantage, too.
Here's Parker. After the made shot from Goran Dragic, Parker dishes to Splitter. And he uses the glass on the layup. So for Phoenix, their last game, a loss to the Los Angeles Lakers.
They found themselves up against a hot team that night, Kevin, and they just didn't have the manpower defensively to shut them down.
You know, guys, I expected a little more fight out of them than what they showed us. They never strung together any stops like they needed to.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And Parker, here we go.
Tony Parker, I don't think there's any question the best player ever to come out of France. In fact, back in the summer of 2013, he led France to the Euro Cup championship in Slovenia. Just a terrific performance there for Parker.
France has really produced some quality NBA players. You think about Boris Diaw, Nick Batum. Batum actually carried France in that title game against Lithuania.
They get it back. That is good. Plumlee's got 6.
Well, this quarter has gone awfully well for him. It seems like every chance he's gotten, he's pretty much converted.
Feeds to Green. Right side, Green. Can't get it to go. And Phoenix the other way now. And for Boris Diaw and Parker, they grew up together, and they've won a gold medal together in the U18 European Championships.
And for 13 years, they've tried to get that second gold medal. But I'll tell you, the quality of play around the world, Kevin, just continues to get tougher and tougher. And France definitely in that upper echelon.
Now here's Parker. 6 to shoot. Leonard kicks to Parker. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. And that one's good. 7 points for Kawhi Leonard. Phoenix with the ball. They trail by 3. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Jeff Hornacek. I asked him what they needed to key in on defensively, and he said, well, we've got to limit penetration by Tony Parker. He's really the full head of the snake, and with his floater, he doesn't need to get all the way to the rim to score. It's crucial that we do our best to keep him outside the lane. Guys, that's no easy assignment. We'll see how much success they have defensively.
Thanks, Doris. Morris is checked in for the Suns. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. And now let's have a look at the teams that were last year's best from the free throw line. In fourth, the Spurs.
You know, it's interesting when you look at this team, Kevin. I mean, they found a way to get their whole team to knock down free throws at a consistent level. I mean, a team that can't make free throws, that's a huge liability and one you don't want to deal with. They'd like to repeat their success at the line this year.
Now here's Plumlee. His last outing, he had 8 points. And Bledsoe, here we go. That one off the back iron and out.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
Parker against Bledsoe. Splitter inside. 9 points last game. Comes up empty down low. Suns trail by 3. The shot by Bledsoe. Nobody around. Bledsoe with another miss.
I think he's got to regroup and get himself together here. I mean, something's gone wrong with him this quarter. He's really falling off.
And they get it back. Green kicks to Leonard. Back to Green. 6 on the shot clock. Another shot. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Phoenix has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And the wide open shot from Bledsoe. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
Well, he's taken 8 shots and he's missed 6 of them. It's been uneven for him in terms of shooting. He's still trying to get on track, though.
The Spurs have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Leonard attacking, and it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Suns trailing. Right side, Green takes the 13-footer. Rebounds San Antonio. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And I thought, guys, they were the beneficiary of what was some lackluster defense being played against them.
I agree with you. I mean, it was really shocking how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Here's Parker after the Suns pick up 2. Splitter kicks to Leonard. Green, the pass to Duncan. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, I get the feeling that Tim Duncan would make a mean poker player. With his reluctance to display emotion on the court, it's pretty clear when he's on the court, the big fundamental is all business.
And you talk about Duncan's reserved demeanor, snubbed from the All-Star game last season, but you never hear him complain. That's just not how he does things.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Diao comes in for Splitter. And it's Ginobili in for Daniel Green. And the call will be against Tony Parker. That's his first foul. Mills, he's checked in for Tony Parker. Now here's Plumlee, covered by Duncan. And Plumlee kicks to Green. That's good. And for Duncan, as respected Clark as he is, you wonder if he's gotten the recognition that he truly deserves.
Well, it's like a lot of things, Kevin. Sometimes you don't truly appreciate it until it's gone. But he's one of the 10 best players of all time in my book. Consistency, high-level performance, championships, every measure you use to evaluate him makes him one of the 10 best to play.
Suns trail by 3. Here's Dragic. 17 points for him last game against the Lakers.
He got some huge points from the foul line, too, Kevin. He was very aggressive, generating contact and drawing fouls.
Clark, I'm guessing that wasn't the plan for the D on that trip.
And I'm agreeing with you there. Once they opened the lane up for him, that was a little emphasis on that finish.
Take what the defense gives you and then just power it home, right? Why not?
San Antonio with the ball. The Suns getting the bucket. Ginobili outside. 5 on the clock. The 3 for Mills. The shot is off. And Phoenix will come the other way.
You know, a team's rebounding is one of the great measures of its energy, and theirs has been terrific in the first quarter.
Yep, they were ready to go right from the opening tip.
Now here's Green. Diao with the steal. Baseline try. And there's Ginobili. That's good on the assist by Mills. Ginobili's got his first points in this one. Phoenix has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
You know, before this recent streak, the last time the Suns went more than a season without making the playoffs was way back in 1988. Think just how long it's been for them not to be in the playoffs for more than a year. Wow, impressive.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Miles Plumlee. P.J. Tucker comes in for Eric Bledsoe. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Goran Dragic.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
This streak of the Suns missing the playoffs, of course, starting back in 2010, but 1988, a good deal of the Suns roster wasn't even born there.
Out to the right wing. Bellinelli with the 3. Rebound by the Suns. Here's Green. No good. That would have tied it.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Clark, you look at last season with the Suns, they almost put an end to that streak last year, but ended 1 game shy of the playoffs in back of Dallas for number 8 in the West.
Right in the mix until the final week, Kevin. They won't have the luxury of being slept on this year, though, as the league is fully aware of how capable that group is.
And he's able to get it back, and he gets it to go.
It just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Now, here's Diao. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Dallas.
And he played great at the defensive end of the floor, too, Kevin. He had a couple of important block shots in that game, so good all-around effort.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And I would continue to do it. You know, force the defense to maybe send a double team. Now you've got other options to work with offensively.
Now here's Ginobili. Following the miss by Marcus Morris. Puts it up. The good-looking shot from the wing. And it's a 6-point Spurs lead. There's 1:38 left to play here in the first. Outside Thomas. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Thomas got his first basket of the night.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Over to the wing. The 19-foot shot. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And Green gets it to go.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
14 feet away. Morris with the rebound. Phoenix has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Outside Thomas. From 12 feet out. No luck. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
That's what I'd do. Make sure you get a couple of shots here to close this quarter.
Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
Difficult to explain that turnover. I guess he thought he had more room than he did, but he really lost his place on the court.
Warren's checked in for Morris. And Thomas, here we go. Tries again. Tolliver, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. They get Boris Diaw.
Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. It's got him good there.
Suns have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
They're a very average shooting team in terms of the free throw line, about 76% a year ago.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Hills with it. A 14-point game for him in the win against Dallas. Again, the miss by the Spurs. The drive by Green. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Green's got 6.
Great assist there. Led him to the perfect spot.
Here's Bonner. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And the horn signals the end of the first. Not much offense so far. Phoenix ahead as they dominate the last minutes of the quarter on an 8-0 run. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return.
Tune in next Wednesday.
Here we go.